And we're live. I am your apparent host for the day, Zach, of the Nick and Zach Show. And as normal, we have no official host. But with us, we have our broken producer, Zach. It's already turned out better than the attempt on Friday. And then the not even officially attempted Saturday. So
turned out better by going live while I had an Oreo in my mouth, keeping up with my dad bod.
Right. Well, but of course. Oh, I'm echoing back through you. But yeah, no. Friday was 25 minutes and 10 seconds of just me rambling and hoping, and pretty all but cussing all of you out for not making it to the show. In hopes that somebody would show up. I even tried random people that I knew to try, because this show doesn't work unprepared, unscripted for just myself. It just doesn't.
Really? As many rants and ramblings as you could have with yourself, and sometimes yourself is your own best listener too.
Oh, right, but the problem is, it just there was no show prep for it. If I was going to do that, I might as well not be live. It's not like we have a lot of viewers that are watching live, so I might as well just pre-record and then go from there.
Yeah, you could do your own version of like shower thoughts or something like that.
I don't even know what that means.
You've never seen any of the shower thought memes?
No.
Oh my God! And one of them. Oh, I mean, you could call them shower thoughts, or you could call them like, what's the other one? Like when you're high or whatever. Anyhow, not like any of us condone any of that. Wow, what a tangent. So here's one of the shower thoughts that I think is the most interesting, that I absolutely love. If a pregnant woman goes swimming, is she a submarine? See what I'm saying? You could have your own whole deal of rants and ramblings like that, of just dumb thoughts that pop to mind. And no, I have not had any alcohol, and I do not intend to have any because it is a work night.
I commend your fact of having me echo back through to myself. It makes me feel as though I am drunk.
Oh, you're echoing? You have an echo on your end?
Hit or miss.
Let me try and take care of that here.
But no, no, we had show prep for Friday. You know, I actually coordinated for Friday based on Josh saying he couldn't make it Saturday. And he had a nice story, and it's like, okay, Nick has to work no matter what when it comes to Friday, Saturday, so it doesn't matter. No, he didn't feel good, and if he didn't feel good, I wish him to get better. I also said that if he's just sick of this show and that's what made him sick to his stomach, well, I hope he gets called into work. The very next day, he ends up working overtime, pulls a double. So I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, unfortunately, my work day the other day, my extra day, did not go according to plan.
Well, it never does, but that's.
Oh, it's worse than it. I don't think I even told you what the hell happened yesterday.
No, but I mean that's a tangent that nobody wants to listen to on this show, anyways.
Basically, new system problems where I'm not in the new system, so I can't operate the lifts that have been converted over. So I couldn't load myself, and the lifts that aren't converted over are lighter, and I couldn't get the jaws to open enough in order to grab the freight that I needed. So yeah, I went home. Nothing delivered.
Yeah, that sounds normal. But no, I mean, you stop and look. Like I had set up, it was talking about trick or treating, talking about masks versus no masks.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I got all these like containers of candy upstairs, and I'm eating Oreo cookies to work on the dad bod.
That has nothing to do with what I was saying. Oh, but mind you, so I take my daughter trick or treating, right? And we've discussed, the concept of wearing a mask and not wearing a mask. Do what is your thought process? But I've got medical issues, and I can sometimes wear a mask, and sometimes it just doesn't work. Like I can't breathe.
You having medical issues is an understatement.
Yeah. So. But I've got I've got a doctor's letter even that says as tolerable. Well, I walked into the one gas station. And I'm not going to the dox this gas station because I guess doxing is the term. I don't know, but I'm not. Besides the point, I walk in this gas station / truck stop, and it's not like a main truck stop either. It's just like your rural town gas station truck stop. I go in. Yeah, pretty much. No real restaurant type thing, you know. But I go in because I'm gonna go, grab a cup of coffee because it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. So I go walking back, and I get halfway in. Now, mind you, we'll start this premise. As I'm going in, there's people standing outside. They got their neck gaiter thing pulled down or their bandana down. They're standing there, jibber jabbering at each other. And then this lady walks out. She's got her jacket on and her shirt with her little coconut bra over top of it because it's Halloween, and so she's running around, coconut bra freaking out her chest, right?
You seem fixated on a coconut bra.
No. Here's the point. Here's the point. Because that's her determination of dressing up, right? So I guess if it's a costume, this is where the story's going. That counts as a costume, even though all you're wearing is coconuts, right? No anything else. Not no freaking little skirt. Nothing. This is the definition of dressing up, I guess, in this weird ass fucking state that I was in. All right. Now, mind you, okay. She's got no mask, no nothing pulled down, right? So it's not like she had a bandana. Her hand, it's her cell phone and whatever like a Slim Jim or some shit, right? By all means, that means that this is one of those, we may or may not enforce because we're in the middle of fucking nowhere, on the mask mandate. So I don't think I have anything to worry about. I go in straight back to where the coffee is. And I get, sir, you need to wear a mask. I said, hey, I've got medical. And they're like, well, it's store policy. It doesn't matter. I said, well, the mandate for your state says that it does matter because I fall under the medical. No, it's store policy. Okay, I'll take my business somewhere else. And I'll remember this after all of this because the sheer fact of, that you remember who treats you poorly based on the fact this bitch in her little fake Halloween costume doesn't have to wear a mask. So because I don't have tits, I have a penis, I cannot, walk in without a mask. The two bitches behind the cash register aren't letting me buy a single cup of coffee, but that bitch could get her Slim Jim to choke on.
So you want me to send you a coconut bra?
I'll send you a bunch of pineapple.
Note to self.
Maybe I would have got a cup of coffee if I'd had one.
If I were to send you a coconut bra, would you wear it for the show?
My wife would give me permission to drive all the way out there to where you're at and fill your truck full of cans of pineapple while you're at work.
It's fine by me. It can hold the weight. But would you wear it for the show just one time? For 1 minute?
Depends on what's on the table.
I'll set a can of pineapple up in front of the camera too.
No. It depends on what's up on the table because, if we can ever get Nick on the channel, one of the things I got hit with him was the fact of, with this Disney Plus thing, you're supposed to be able to group watch things. So I got to find out how it works. If one person pauses, does it pause for everybody? Because if so, we keep the screens like this. He hasn't watched, Josh never watched any of the Star Wars movies, any of them. Nick hasn't seen anything after Force Awakens. So...
And honestly, I'm an original trilogy guy. I tried to watch some of the other ones, but yeah, it's like, fuck me. I can't get into them.
Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, I can't get into them, though.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Whatever.
Here's my thing, right? When you first watched, because we're close to the same age. When you first watched A Phantom Menace, you were still in junior high, right? Roughly. Give or take, right? So you're in that age group, and we all thought Jake Lloyd was going to permanently be Anakin Skywalker. Nobody expected that they were going to switch over to Hayden Christensen. It hadn't been done in a Star Wars movie. It was always just a straight through, right? And all of us saw, are you an angel? And you're like, oh, what kind of fucking acting is this? Well, one, George Lucas shouldn't be allowed to write scripts like that. Some romantic dialogue. Just George Lucas, let him set the pace. Let him tell you what's going on. Don't let him do some of the dialogue. But we all expected that was going to be Anakin Skywalker, and he ruined all our dreams of getting to be the kid who becomes Darth Vader. And in doing so, you've completely muted the mic, and you're paying half attention to me. Okay. So, anyways, in doing so,
I'm still paying attention.
Right. By having that ruined, we were all very anti the Phantom Menace after our first viewing. Plus, that's the birth time of the internet being bigger and spoilers being a thing, and we started hearing about how everybody else wasn't liking the movies, and that influences you at a young age. You're like, oh yeah, I guess that part kind of was dumb, and that was about it. That was kind of the big solution. Whereas, most of the people, they made that decision on like the second viewing, third viewing, instead of just going, I did enjoy it. Whereas like The Force Awakens, I walk in and I'm like, this is the first Disney movie of it. I'm like, I'll go in, I'm not happy they got rid of some of my expanded universe, but this could be fun. And I don't give a crap that it's a female lead. This could be interesting. Let's see where they take it. And I was like, I think I just watched episodes 4, 5, and 6 all in one movie. If I wanted to do that, I could just watch episodes 4, 5, and 6. I just that was my thing. It was like they're just not. I think had they left J.J. Abrams in charge of the second one, had they taken and made the movie full from the get-go and let him write out, this is the trilogy and this is the way it goes, it probably would have turned out a lot better. But they started trading directors, and with the traded directors, traded the script too, which just made it make no sense. It'd be like sitting down and watching The Matrix, and instead of the second one being the weird version the second one was, it at least laid set in place and looking and going, I think we'll have Mel Brooks make this movie. You're going to be like, this is a totally different style. This is a totally different everything. And in doing so, I think that would be the best issue. Like, it doesn't really matter that take all the social justice out of it, all that part. It literally is just the lack of consistency and script writing. Instead of having the same script writer, which was the whole view of it, and then they go, oh crap, this really didn't work out. Let's bring JJ back for the third one, and he's trying to bring it back to his original vision. The other thing is Force Awakens. It was and then you get The Last Jedi, and you're like, is this Battlestar Galactica? I'm a little confused. Like, all of a sudden we're worried about fuel, and we're running out of fuel in space, which you're moving at a speed anyways. You can speed up, and I know they've got ways to slow down, but if you're out of fuel, you just would continue at that speed.
Yeah.
Just saying. Unless you did something to cause you to slow down. And then at the very end, it's like, oh, hey, this whole time we could have intentionally run through other ships. And you're like, well, why didn't you just do that to the first Death Star then? Why'd you go find this trench when you could have just been like, I'm going to run this through here and I'm going to hit the ejector switch at the same time. Let that droid fly this thing light speed right into the freaking first Death Star. Why hunt for the reactor in Return of the Jedi and take the Millennium Falcon in where they got to clip off the freaking dish and everything, the array dish, and what's the purpose of Lando going in there? You could have just let somebody fly it right through the reactor and been good.
Yep.
So I mean, with that, it's kind of like, you knew it could be done, but not that well. I don't know. And I've only seen what is that, Rise of Skywalker once, and I was like, it was a nice try. I just think it was too little, too late. I have not yet watched The Mandalorian's episode 1 of the new season, though. Kind of wait.
I haven't watched any of it, to be honest with you.
It's worth it. The first season. Did you ever watch any of the older like westerns? You remember like the old western serials? Like, let's say, like let's even go back as far like let's say like the good, the bad, and the ugly, like things like that, right? Like
Yeah.
that gritty, dirty. You got the browned out film. You
Oh,
know, yeah, exactly like that. Like the old western serials, like the old western TV special serials. It's a lot like that, and it's got that same setup to it. That's what I liked about it. Like I noticed that immediately. It's that gritty, that dirty Western serial look, and it's put together like that. It's actually really that part's well laid out. Even if you didn't like Star Wars, if you separate that back, you're looking at like a space Western instead of like your space opera.
oh, there you go.
Yeah,
So,
really
so
well.
to go back to the trick or treating, the mask or no mask thing, there was a good mixture last night.
Oh God, yeah.
We didn't do it like wearing the masks or whatever because it's like we're gonna be outside, we're gonna be around people within 6 feet realistically, like less than 30 seconds. Who
Right.
cares? Type deal, and there was a good breeze blowing and everything out there too. But my absolute favorite moment of the night with all three kids, okay, all of it was good, all of it was about the same. Where go up, trick or treat, happy Halloween, grab your candy, thank you, and go on to the next place, right?
Right.
The very last house that we went to, these people went all out. I mean, they went all out. It was great. Most parents, when they hear their 2-year-old scream, aren't going to laugh about it. They're going to be like, "Oh my God, are they all right?" Blah, blah, blah. No, I busted out laughing because these people wound up setting up a fog machine on a motion sensor. And
It
this
went off
fog
right
machine
under
would
your
go,
kid.
huh?
It went off right underneath your kid.
So they get to the sidewalk to go up to the porch, and the fog machine starts rolling. And all three kids kind of stop for a second. They open up the door and they wind up saying Happy Halloween. As the kids come up, there's actually an animatronic spider, giant spider on the porch.
Oh Jesus.
And it's also set up on a motion sensor. All three of them, the 8-year-old, the 7-year-old, and the 2-year-old, all started screaming at the same time. And the people were like, "Oh no, we didn't mean to scare the little one. We were meaning to scare the older two." And I was like, "No, this is great. This is awesome.
She's
This is what
scarred
it's
for
all
life. It's
about."
fine. It's too late now.
Yeah, I was like, "This is great. This is what it's all about." Because she's yelling and screaming because Danielle's right there with them. She starts screaming, "Mommy, mommy, hold me, mommy."
You've now got a child completely scarred for life, like as badly as I've got a family member who I don't claim, but family member who their parent 100% let them at age like 7 or some shit watch Watership Down, and they're now 100% as an adult, like over the drinking age adult, terrified of rabbits. Because
Yeah.
of Watership Down. And then all I can think is, didn't Netflix go and make a new video, like live TV show or whatever of Watership Down? I was like, oh my God, that's priceless. It's
Yeah,
going to
I
haunt
figured
forever.
you might get a good laugh out of that, and so
Oh,
would
yeah.
any
Like,
viewers that we potentially have.
scar your children. It's perfectly fine. That's okay.
But
That's
to be
okay.
laughing about it too, where it's like I'm not even concerned. I'm just like, yes, this is perfect.
That,
The
Saturday,
last house we went to.
Saturday, I can finally get a haircut. My stylist is finally back, so I'm good. I can fix some of this.
Oh, you go to a stylist, not a barber.
They don't have any barbers anymore. No, like really worth a damn. Like the one that's supposed to be a barber. Anytime I've tried showing up, they keep like stoner hours, so they don't make any sense. I don't know. It just all they have is stylists, but at least this is someone I've.
What type of hours do we work now? Come on.
We work like real people hours, not non-union
Well,
hours.
stoner hours, really.
Oh no, I mean like stoner hours and like, oh shit, I guess I was supposed to open that like 2 hours ago. I guess I'll worry about it tomorrow. Like stoner hours. Like,
Oh,
like stoner hours, not like stupid hours.
yeah.
Yeah, but no, the stylist I've got, I've known her since she was like my youngest's age. So it's like I actually know that she was raised with like the work ethic. So I know that like my haircut will be finished. So that helps. I know she's not stoned because
Now, are
the
you going to get a
Wal-
proper haircut for the coconut bra?
no, probably not. But I went to the Walmart. I went to the Walmart the one time, and they started telling me how the world was coming to an end, and I was like, the hell? Like it was last year. They're like September 24th, the world's ending. I was like,
Well,
for what reason? They're like, the meteor and the space aliens are coming down. I was like,
the
okay,
world is
look, I
going
know you.
to end.
Well,
The
it's like
world is.
I know you smell of weed and your eyes are a little glazed over, but can we like trim this up the proper way a little bit? I don't really understand what's going on here.
Well, the world is definitely going to end. When? Who knows? But it's going to be in our own hands. Guarantee it.
Oh yeah, but they were dead set. It was like last year on September 24th. I have no idea. Didn't make any sense of me whatsoever.
Dumbasses.
Pretty much, and I'm like, and you've got clippers and scissors near my head. I'm a little nervous. So yeah, I like to know that the people have a work ethic at least.
Were you worried about the clippers and scissors near your head or near your throat? If you said
No, they
anything.
weren't anywhere. If they were near my throat, we've got other issues to discuss. Like the back of my neck, I'm okay with. My spine's pretty solid. My jugular, yeah, then we have a little more issues. I was more concerned of like maintaining my ear because glasses only sit so well when you're missing an ear.
Well, I mean, you could always just put like a rubber band around the back of your head.
No, that's like basic training nonsense. Trust me, I found my BCGs somewhere. My wife told me, "Oh hell no!" It's like, how they still work.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, it's like mine was telling me earlier. I forget what I asked her. I asked her something. She said, "Yeah, while you were out smoking." I said, "I know I'm smoking hot because I went out to the garage." And she said, "I don't. I can't tell. I don't have my glasses on right now." Being smart. Oh, love it.
That's okay. My security system, which we have no sponsorship with, which would be nice if we did, because I could use some more security stuff. But it's the Ring system, and apparently somebody's running around my backyard right now. It's probably that damn cat the dogs keep chasing, though.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I mean
Oh,
it's a real simple
speaking of
solution. It
speaking
goes
of
off,
where
I
I
just
was
let
tied
the
up the other weekend, with going ahead putting my dad's ashes in the ground.
right.
There was one. I don't know if I got into this or not, but there was one moment that was actually rather funny. Um, as we were digging the hole and everything over top of my grandfather's grave to put my dad's ashes there, my uncle looked at me. He said, "Well, this would be a bad time to have any police come by." I said, "Yeah, it'd be even worse to crack a Halloween joke right now, too, wouldn't it?"
It's a new cat.
uh, he wound up saying, "Your dad would say something like that." So,
Yeah, it's another cat in the backyard. This one's different. Well, I'm telling you, I don't
oh
understand.
my God.
But yeah. I mean,
Oh, there's your guinea pig solution.
no. I'm glad the 4-year-old has headphones on. No, I'm not that cruel. I just no.
That's not
No,
necessarily cruel. It's
no, dude.
circle of
No,
life.
you do not understand. You do not understand that. Like we were supposed to take this guinea pig, the only one we have left. We were getting rid
You
of an
threatened to bring it
hour.
out here.
No, an hour away. Right. We're gonna deliver it and then go back an hour north from there even to go like we had this triangle that we were supposed to have made. These people are supposed to be $10 for this thing. I'm not even getting my fuel reimbursed at this point, right? I shit you not. We never hear from them. It's like, hey, just trying to confirm that tomorrow we're going to be doing it. Never hear from them, and even the next day, it's not like after we missed that 10 o'clock thing where they're like, they didn't come back and be like, oh, hey, what? I thought you were, no, nothing. Never heard
You
from them.
had threatened to bring it 7 hours east.
Well, yeah. So it can have a good home.
How's it going to have a good home here, though?
Well, your kids will like it.
Oh, hell no.
They can cuddle with it.
Oh, hell no.
While they're sleeping, they can cuddle with it.
Oh, hell no.
We had a lady ask us, wanted to drive this thing 3 hours south, and then wanted to know if we had like a cage and food and everything, like everything for it. It's like for $20. You're offering me $20 for this thing, which is the max asking price we had. $20.
You would actually blow more gas on that in a Prius.
They wanted me to drive 3 hours, almost 3.5 hours, south for $20. And they wanted a cage as well with the water dish and the food dish and food. Those cages are $50 to $80 a piece. Oh yeah, and the bedding. So you're looking $5 for the two. Let's say cheap one, $2 for. Let's go with you buy the cage that has everything in it, right? The dish and everything. You're looking at like $60.
Yeah,
$60 plus the bedding, which the bedding and the food together, you're looking at freaking another $5 to $10. So right there, you got, let's say, $70 invested, plus the $20 for the guinea pig, or the guinea pig itself. So you knock out $20, and then factor in the gas to take it that far. Are you insane? I'm going to give you $70 of stuff for a $20 for a $20 trade. Are you kidding me? The fuck is wrong with people? They're so used to free shit being given to them. I don't fucking get it. They want gifted everything. They're like, oh, I'll give you $10, but I need a house for it. Well, go buy a fucking house for it. Welcome to home ownership. I want a dog, but I don't have a fucking house. Then don't get a dog.
welfare.
We had one lady, I shit you not, asked us if we would ship it. And the shipping is freaking farther than what it'd be to drive to you. Asked us if we would ship it. I was like, it's hitting like 38 degrees right now. I don't trust critical shipping well enough to allow this guinea pig. It's not going to make it.
I know a company that could do it.
I had a frog shipped to me, and the thing had its head bashed in. I called the company. I was like, they're like, well, can you pay half I guess their policy, they'll reimburse it and you get the new frog, but you have to pay half the shipping cost. It's like, you shipped it where it just said perishable on it, which is the legal requirement, must at the minimum say perishable. Nowhere did you put live animal, because even FedEx would look and go, oh, this isn't cheese. Maybe I shouldn't throw it around. Perishable just means, don't leave it out in the heat.
I do know a company that could ship it, though. How much that cost would be, I do not know. But they'll even stop and give it food every 3 hours.
It goes the other direction, though.
There's a company that ships animals all over.
Oh, okay. So I can ship it to Pennsylvania, and I don't even have to drive there. Awesome.
No. I didn't say ship it this way. Go ahead, send it to Idaho.
What?
Go ahead, send it to Idaho.
These people lived in freaking
or Iowa.
Yeah, damn near Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna ship this thing there. I even looked up, like, it's like halfway point. It's still too far. You're looking at over 6 hours of me driving just to get halfway. Like, no, we're good. We're good. Sorry. She's like, I really want the thing, but I completely understand why you said no, because I think it's cruel to ship it like that. It's like, you haven't had an animal die with FedEx yet, have you? You can trust UPS.
Speaking of FedEx,
you can trust. No, hold on. You can trust UPS more with Tucker Carlson's freaking thumb drive than you can trust FedEx with live animals.
Speaking of FedEx, though, they're the only ones I know that pretty much every single one of their trucks has dog treats in it, ready to go for dogs. Okay.
Do they?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, every single delivery for FedEx that we've ever gotten, they have dog treats with them. So
it might be because of your house.
Well, it's been different delivery people. Okay.
But yeah,
every single time. So Gunner, okay, the puppy, absolutely stupid ass animal in my mind, but he is actually brilliantly smart at the same time. On the other hand, okay, brilliantly smart in the fact that he has figured out the difference between a FedEx and a UPS van. The idiot will run out the door the first chance he gets whenever a FedEx vehicle goes by. And the next thing that comes out of the delivery person's mouth is, does he bite? No, he's just stupid. Okay. And they get out and have dog treats in their hands and he goes right to them every time. Every time. And it's only with FedEx. He bolts out the door.
Have you tried? They've got, instead of the underground fence, they have wireless fences, right? Which it's like a router. You know, it plugs in and it sends out a wireless signal. Sends out a wireless signal, and your dog, if they get out of that signal, that's when it zaps them. And turns out you can actually adjust it down so that you slowly bring that circle in, because it makes a little buzzing, right? It lets them know before it zaps them. So it slowly condenses down to bring them back to your front door.
Well, I mean, if there was a little bit more consistency with him, it'd be great. But it's like, he does have a training collar where you got 3 choices, and you can set the level of how hard too.
Right.
The buzzer, vibrate, and then shock, and you can adjust the shock level too. So it's not just straight zap and popping eyeballs out. No,
right.
It's adjustable on the level of shock that you can give them too, and you can actually crank that up as you go. But it's bulky. It's a little bit bulky, honestly, on it. So it's one of those things where it's like, he doesn't always have it on. So these opportunities, when they present themselves, he knows how to open the screen door. So if she just opens the door, he sees the next truck already. Pow! His paws on the latch, and he's gone.
Logging chain.
I have tempted to go ahead and chain a bowling ball to his collar.
No, I meant for the gate. Logging chain for the gate.
Well, we don't even have a fence, so it's not a gate. It's literally the front door.
Okay, I thought you'd put up a fence.
Yeah, eventually, if I could ever get a fence.
Oh, I thought you'd put one up already.
I wanted to, but I can't. I'm still waiting on that back pay.
Yeah.
Which is delayed due to COVID now.
To what?
It's delayed due to COVID now. One of the essential personnel to handle everything for me is sick with COVID.
So somebody else can do the job. Or they can work from home.
They've been trying to work from home. They've done everything they can at this point, and it has been passed on to the next level. The next level, though, their computer has to be reflashed because of special certificates.
It seems like all they have is excuses.
The way this guy sounded on the phone, I can understand what's going on there on his end. I really can. He personally reached out to me, and I feel bad for him, and I hope he's all right.
Yeah, but when you're looking at, it's been how long they've had to do it. They had the option to do it before they got the COVID.
Oh yeah. At the same time, it doesn't help out when the center that he works at has a construction project going on. They have to cut the power to the building.
That's now. That's got nothing to do with 6 months ago when they should have been doing all this stuff.
Oh yeah, but I mean that's been 4 weeks at construction where they're shutting off the power Monday through Friday.
Okay, but again, at this point, you're going, yeah, I feel bad for them, instead of looking and going, not my problem. Because at a certain point, it's not your problem. They need to do their job.
Oh yeah, and he has at this point, as of last week, early on in the week, he's done everything on his end. It's in the next level now where gotta have this special computer certificate, whatever. I'm ticked off about that. That's something where it's like, what the hell? Computer having to be reflashed, whatever that means.
It's excuses. Because the military is going to shut down an entire department over one computer.
When it's a commander's computer, it's an issue.
Then they bring them a new computer.
Yeah, they're having to reflash it. So whatever that means.
Right. Yeah, like I said, it's one excuse after another excuse after another excuse, because it just magically happens to you when they owe a fair amount of money. Yeah, it's nonsense. No matter how you look at it.
Oh yeah.
Not our viewers' issue, but it's just one of those that's nonsense.
Yeah, it's not really anybody else's issue. It's mine, and it's like, come on now, you know.
Yeah. Like I said, one thing after another.
So it honestly proves the old saying: I love the fucking army, and the army loves fucking me.
Right. But, if it makes you feel better, come next year, you can come help me put in my privacy fence instead then.
Might be worth it.
Right?
Might be worth it, yeah.
That's just because you want to see my neighbor get pissy.
Especially when I come in there with my truck and trailer.
You just want to see the cops get called and me go, yeah, I got a building permit. And they go, hell, lady, he can put the fence right there.
And especially going ahead and hauling materials in my trailer and dumping them.
No, it's going to be better than that. I already have the materials lined up where it's like, what's all that for?
Well, you got to get the materials there somehow. So driving over the lawn just to piss her off is the icing on the cake.
Pretty much. It could be more fun than that.
It could. I could shut the traction control off and let the tires spin in the yard too.
Yeah, but that's my yard that you'd be tearing up, you dick. I don't want my yard
torn up. It's just yours. I might have to straddle the property line.
You're not fitting down that. You'd have to come out. You'd be coming through the neighbor I like's yard. And actually, there's no excuse for that either, because you can still fit in my yard.
I'm just saying. His side will leave alone. The old lady side, I'm going to cram it through.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're not taking out my camper to cram that thing through. It won't fit.
Your camper out of the way. It'll be okay.
No.
It'll be okay.
No.
It's a building project. We'll go ahead and put your camper on the street in front of the house. That'll really piss her off. No,
because I don't think she understands any of it. That's the worst part. This lady, I tell you what, I don't understand her. I don't understand what the issue is. Besides the fact that
we can put the camper in front of her house during the temporary time to renew your fence. The police the police would show up and be like, dude, you're in the middle of working on this. We get it. Just when you're done, move your camper back over.
Yeah, no, it's not worth that. It's more of just a point of looking and going, hey, guess what? Just like I'm going to take down the TV antenna. And when I take down the TV antenna, then I'll actually have more yard space there too. I don't care that it's right up against my house. That's on the other side.
You ought to try and sell that on like eBay as an antique.
The TV antenna? I know a couple people that actually like buy the shit. And it's like, you can have the damn thing. It's not even worth the price of scrap anymore.
No. Steel was so low on scrap value. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, pretty much. So
it's actually really sad to see how low steel has gone. Yeah,
especially if you've got any sort of scrap to take in. It's bad. It's bad.
Yep. Which is the only reason why I want to, because there's a lot of copper piping. I'll be at inside my own house, all the copper piping, and I'm like, money, and I want to replace it all with Apex.
Yeah, it's a lot of money to replace, though, isn't it? Why is it go? Is it causing any sediment to run through, or?
No, it's just the fact that I know to convert to Apex and a manifold system for the water and all in here would be 1/3 the cost of what I could get out of taking the copper in.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying now.
Yeah.
Where the value of the copper is 3 times the amount of copper that's here that I'd be replacing is 3 times the value of what it would cost to replace it.
Right. I don't blame you there.
Plus, then all my water shutoff valves are in one location, like a breaker box.
I'd still have a couple extra.
Well, you get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, I got to look that side. Cut it off.
I tell you, I gotta.
Where's the nearest valve?
I gotta change the one on the back of the house because every time you turn it on, you can see it leaks. It's one of those like antifreeze ones. I forget what they're called, but yeah, where it's got the long plunger in it. That way, it's behind into the house. Yeah, well, it burst in front of that plunger somewhere. So when you open it up and it lets it through, it runs down the side of the house too. It's like, son of a bitch. They're not easy.
Yeah, and they're known for that too.
Yeah, and they're not easy to get to. It's just they're a pain because and I got to crawl space.
And that's where like I want to do Apex because it's much easier with that. It's just cut to length.
Oh, that's not even that's not even what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the fact that because it comes out through the brick foundation, how close is that to the floor because of where it's at? So how high is it? Because the hole's already drilled. I'm not going to run a new hole. So how high is that point up to the freaking floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I got to crawl down there and I got to hunt after it and find out. At least it's right by the crawl space opening, but
the other part is too here with the water, like if you run any of the major appliances like the dishwasher or the washing machine, okay, while they're running, the pressure drops significantly in the house. So I want to turn that up a little bit too.
Right.
I just don't know how much is safe, and it's one of those types of things, you know.
Yeah, and you got cities, so you shouldn't be losing any water pressure.
Well, every single one of the houses in this development has their own pressure regulator inside the basements.
Oh, you have a pressure tank?
No, it's coming in off the water line.
Oh, okay. So you might need to just change your pressure regulator.
Yeah, or crank it up. This one's actually adjustable.
Yeah, but
hold on a second.
Oh, there goes this show. Alrighty. Yeah. Hey, he's pulling a Nick right now, folks. I know it's probably been a boring conversation at this point, 43 minutes in, but he's pulling a Nick and taking outside calls. About the only difference is he doesn't hide it. He's at least man enough to go, yeah, I'm taking an outside call. Hopefully it's not something serious and important, but, you know, it is what it is. So... But yeah, it makes you wonder if he froze. Oh, no, he might be talking now. Yeah, he's talking. He's talking. He's gonna hide his. He's gonna. Oh, he's unmuting the microphone. Really, it was his wife calling from upstairs.
Yes.
Going, hey, are you coming to bed? Are you coming to bed anytime soon? I could have taken and walked 5 feet down the stairs.
That. She actually, no matter what. This woman stays up till 10 or 11 every single night for no damn reason at all. But yeah, you know, that's a pet peeve. But anyhow, because normally I'm trying to go to bed by this time, but for some reason I don't feel okay. And, you know, honestly, I don't have to get up as early as the past 2 weeks for a Monday. So,
oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got to get up at 4:30.
Yeah, I get up at 4 if that makes you feel better. I figured I got another 5-10 minutes with you here. Not trying to run it too long because we're sitting there. Try to bring it down. roughly just under an hour or so. But it's like, we're talking house, plans. I don't think half our listeners that don't exist.
No, none of them give a shit.
Housing issues are here. But they're like, maybe they'll talk about something worth a damn. My question is, have you seen on YouTube, they've got timestamp guy and it says, subscribe to my channel if you want this to appear on yours. It's like, do you do it for free? Like, how's this work? Do you actually timestamp? Like, at this time, this is the conversation? Because if so, might be worth it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who knows? Now who's... Oh, shit.
Such
nope,
language.
We're good.
But no, that's okay. You can hear my kid terrorizing in the background because she's like, it's Sunday. Daddy doesn't do web shows on Sunday.
I was trying to figure out which one of the three stooges was coming down the steps a second ago.
Oh, nice. Yeah, she's wrestling with the dog, and it's just like, oh, my goodness. So, but that's okay. We got one wedding cake out of our house now, and now we just have to wait till, like, April to go through having her make another one. So...
Oh boy!
Well, actually, probably February do another one because it's like, let's change these things to it. It's like, okay, let's get through the holidays. Let you get through the holidays, then we'll do another small sample cake and go. Is this what you're after? As I have edible ink, which just means it's FDA approved ink, but it's not brand name ink like to the brand of the printer. I've got edible ink and sugar paper going through a $200 printer.
Ooh.
And it's one of the high quality, like if you print a picture of grass, until you go up and touch it, you think there's actually grass laying there.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. It's like I said, I was impressed because I actually thought the printer would have had to have been way more expensive for that. But it's got, every color of the fucking rainbow on the damn thing. And then a page black separate from the color picture black. Yeah.
There you go.
Well, it was designed. I bought it for doing comic books. As you can see, Nick still hasn't got me any fucking artwork. But see, that's the worst part. It's my intellectual property that he was supposed to be doing the artwork. And I asked him, is it at the point we're going to have to pay somebody else to do the art?
It's all right. He can stay down here.
It's at that point. So,
Yeah, he can stay down here.
So, it's not one of those like, oh, let's talk comic books. It's literally like, this is what I bought this printer for. That way I could self-publish.
Come here, monster. Oh, Zach, it's been a long time since you've seen this guy.
Ah, dog. Hi, dog.
Dozer. Still alive.
Well, it's a good thing.
Yep. Big monster that he is. Anyhow.
Yeah, I've got a 4-year-old that wanted to see the puppy, but it's like, you don't come on camera. Like we don't let children come on camera.
Try not to.
As avoidable as it, stationary still images, I don't have a problem with, like on the Instagram or the Facebook thing. I have no issue with still images. I just, because there's regulation to that. Like the parents were able to look, okay, you're wearing your clothes, you didn't yank your shirt up, you didn't do all these things where it's like, even if other people thought it was appropriate, I'd be like, I don't want it. I don't want that happening.
Oh, yeah.
It is what it is. But, I had a family member that literally, was on the show, and their kid in the middle of potty training decided to come running right through the camera screen up on the couch behind them. And it's like, we need to edit this. And I don't edit shows. All I did was cut back and go here to there, deleted. It's not like I go, oh, hey, here's the show. And then edit this block out. And then it's like we close the show off when we realize it and then just edit it out. Like from that point, deleted. gone.
Yeah.
So it just is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it's like that's why I don't want kids on there, because you never know. There's too many sick perverts out there, and then there's too many people that literally will hunt through looking for somebody just to attack. And we say enough things of our own that gives them the reasons not to like us.
Yep. And
For
the
one,
fact that I wound up saying still alive, it's not something for people to attack either. He's old. He's in pain.
Yeah.
He's suffering. He's starting to get to the point where he's suffering. So it's one of those things where, like, I got to make the decision soon. It's going to be sooner rather than later of having him put down the humane thing to do to him.
Right.
Just figured I'd explain that so that way people can't complain about cruelty to animals on anything.
Right. And you know what? What really throws me? People complain about cruelty to animals, right? And you know, I have to give on the both sides here, the pro-life, whatever you want to call it, pro-abortion, whatever, because the Dr. concept, where is it okay? Where does that line get drawn? And why are we different for animals than we are for people? People get mad. Yeah. There are people that literally would get mad the second you say, "Oh, my dog's got arthritis, and without this medicine, they get mad. Both ways, either that you're paying for it or that you don't." And it's like, your dog's got cancer. You're willing to pay for the chemo for it, but people look at you and be like, you shouldn't let him suffer like that. And then other people get mad if you don't pay for it. Where's the line?
It's like, the skin tag on top of his head that was showing there in the shot. People get upset about me not getting that taken care of. Well, it's not bothering him. Who cares? That's the least of his worries.
Right. And it's like there's people that are literally be perfectly okay with putting an animal down, but not okay with ever thinking about doing it with a person, and then vice versa. People that want you to do it with a person, but then expect you to spend an arm and a leg on an animal.
If it comes to a person, I think they should be able to make that choice for themselves. I'll put it like that.
Even
at the same time, I have been in that horrible position of having to make somebody's final choice. So,
right, which that's a separate thing, because it comes down to
still even when you look their wishes, though, because it was all documented prior.
Well, but even take that aside, even with like church, Catholic, very pro-life, no matter which way you look at it, very pro-life. They even say, look, when there's a point where there's medical technology is just keeping, there's a point. There even is a point with like where you were at, where they look and go, you're not doing anything. It's not
improving anything, not going to improve.
Well, it's not even that. It's more so than that. When they go, stopping treatment at one point when it's not going to even prolong, that's a separate issue than going, I refuse to take treatment because it might. Okay, where there's a percentage where even like 10%, 20% is where's that line? And it's got to be a choice with you.
And I've actually personally known somebody who was in a motorcycle accident, and literally the machines were keeping them alive. They were trapped in their own body. Okay.
Right.
Could they communicate? Technically, yes, but it was such a pain in the ass for them. In their eyes, such a pain in the ass and everything. And they actually wound up, it took 5 years through the courts. He was actually able to get approval, able to prove it. He was able to communicate and of sound mind to be able to have his respirator turned off. So that way he wasn't any more pain or suffering. Honestly, I think when you get to a certain point, like with animals, we were talking about pain and suffering and putting them down.
Right.
It's because they can't communicate with us on that. But if somebody's able to communicate it themselves,
where we're at in this, we'll just take this right and be able to look and go. There's so much up in the air on it that it just the problem is people need to not necessarily be as judgmental of each other on it, and that's what I say. People, then you need to have your you evaluate your morals a little bit, where you look and go, okay, maybe I should rethink myself rather than judging people because I've got some weird morals on it or something.
Oh yeah,
So,
definitely, definitely. And it looks like one of the kids glitter bombed the dog too, using glitter spray on his back.
oh, fun.
Oh yes, I love glitter. I absolutely freaking despise it.
No, we went trick or treating yesterday, and my daughter was dressed as Belle, and the dress was nothing but glitter in this dress, right? And she's in her
So
grandparents'
the inside of
car.
your car looks like it exploded with a
Oh
glitter
no
bomb.
no no no! She wasn't in our truck wearing this thing. That just got transported ours. Grandma and Grandpa's Honda Civic with the black interior and gold glitter painted all over the seats.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, not my truck. Grandma and Grandpa's car. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we ought to go ahead and call it a night here.
Yeah, we hit roughly 55 minutes, 50 seconds. So, but it's one of those. At least this was somewhat of a resurrected. You at least had a valid reason. I'm still going to rag on you for having not shown on Friday.
Yeah,
But
because that was a flop.
well, you were getting up at 1:30. Did you take time to watch that video before I took it down?
No, I didn't even get a chance to.
I privatized it, dude. It was bad. It's like we had like 9 views or something on it. I was like, well, we had subscribers. Yeah, dude. I was just like, well, I guess I'm just gonna talk like this, and nobody's showing because, this person they said their life sucks, and this person said go fuck yourself, and this person said, and I just like for 25 minutes of just going, I don't understand, the lack of commitment because there was no like everybody just ignored the fact. Like I have people who never even responded to me whatsoever.
Yep. But
And that's one of my big things. While we're in this wrap down, how many people do you send a message to on Facebook Messenger? 2 months later, they open the damn thing and then they never even respond. And it's something as simple as, "Hey, how have you been?" It's like I know you've seen this. You've chosen not to say anything.
yeah.
Or you read it the next day and you never respond.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't get people, and that was part of the thing. It's like nobody opened the fucking message. When you look back to the message, nobody had opened it. I was like, "Are you fucking serious right now?"
Yep.
Until I called them personally on it, on like actual got a hold of them personally on their personal phone, and then it's like, "Oh yeah, I saw that," and then, "Oh, here's my excuse." Well, I'm glad you had to work. The one I still haven't even heard from all weekend. I was like, really? Like you've got your kids. All you could have said, all you had to do is say, hey, things aren't going to work out. I have my kids. I would have been like, okay, I scheduled this because of your schedule, but good for me. Fuck you, fuck me, right? So, but if you've made it this far, 58 minutes into the show, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I promise if you were dumb enough to watch or misfortunate enough to watch the show on Saturday, I won't let one of those happen again. Apparently I'm going to have to pre-prepare just in case talking points of being able to carry a show for at least 10-15 minutes and let the algorithm hit it or something. I don't know.
There you go.
So, but follow us on Facebook, Instagram. One of these days, Zach might get an Instagram, and we can, add his tagline down into it. One day, maybe you'll get a little studio set up going down there or something. You got the room, and you could set up and actually have like, better than what I had in the old house. So, I've got at least some
panel. Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta
some
figure it out.
stuff on the walls, where we can see like the cuckoo clock, and we got some Pops figurines and whatnot, stuff around the house,
Still
When I
the
get my
classic
actual
drainage pipe behind me.
right. Well, you can stack things on top of it. You can put little things up on top of it. Change it up
see.
like a Hot Wheels going zipping down it randomly or something.
We'll see.
So, but we hit 59 minutes as we're signing out. So I've been your host of the day. I'm wondering if we need to petition Nick and make it the Nick, Zach, and Zach show, and maybe eventually we'll have a Nick, but at least we have a Zach and Zach show of the Nick and Zach show or something. I don't know, because this is getting to be a trend here where it's just you and me.
Well, if we find another Zach, we could just call it Zzz, like we're storing or something.
Well, we've got a Zach with a no H and a Zach with an H. So I mean, I don't know. Technically, I guess we're going alphabetically here.
Who knows?
I wouldn't know what your your middle initial is to know if we were actually going alphabetical.
Jay.
See, yeah, I'd have you beat. Mine's an A, but my last name's a J and yours is a B. So who knows how the fuck that's supposed to work?
Exactly.
Unless yours is an ERY versus an ARY, in which case then we solve the problem.
Hey.
Yeah, see, we're fucked. The whole show's fucked because it's like, whose line is it anyways? The rules are made up and the points don't matter. So
exactly.
But it's been fun. I'm gonna end the broadcast. We'll go behind the wall here into the green room. We'll discuss how the show went, and you guys have a good night. Like I said, like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot. And any closing thoughts? Nobody.
Not really. Stay classy.
I think I just